Hi YouTube, how's it going? Back once again. Only today we're going to do something a little bit different. As promised, I'm going to run through how I like to do money magic. We're going to attract some abundance in our existence. Now this is not really a guide as to how you should be doing it. So this is just a way to give you some extra ideas to see if you can, you know, put a little bit of impetus into your magic, a little bit of momentum, a little bit of extra weight into your intentions. Give these things a go, guys, and see what you think of them. Put in the comments down below what you're already doing, if it's anything different to what I'm doing, because I love to hear what you are doing, because I'm game for trying it all out and seeing what's the most effective after all, because that's what we're doing. Okay, so money, this is what we're doing. We're going to get some money in. Now this is the tried and tested method that I've done so many times before. Other people have done either this or a variation of this. Now I do lots of different things. It's somewhat of a mishmash of different styles that I like to put together and kind of make one big intention boosting thing. So what are we doing when we're working a magic spell? What is this? What is an intention in a spell? So for the example of money, what we're really doing is we're trying to program our conscious and our subconscious to be working on a thought. All of this is just a way of getting our focus onto one point. It's almost quite zen. In fact, it is exactly zen in that respect. So we need our conscious, our subconscious to be focused on one particular thought. The way that we're thinking about that thought needs to be the way of acceptance that this thing's already coming to us. Now a lot of people can actually do this without the use of any tools or any particular methods. They do it simply just by sitting quietly, meditating on the thought, and they can literally attract whatever they want to them. It really is, it can be as easy as that. However, not all of us can do that. Humans being humans, we like to have things, tools to help us focus on these things, or thought bridges as I like to call them. Okay, so let's get started with a quick method, the short method, the longer method, and then you can pick and choose which one you want to do. So one of the most commonly used methods, it's been used through the centuries, is candle magic. I do use this candle magic as a part of this ritual. Classically, you would use a green candle to represent money, the paper money with it being green. You can use a gold candle to represent abundance. Whatever works better with you, whatever fits better with your subconscious. You know, what you want this to be a symbol of what you're trying to focus on. That's all it is. Okay, if you could use a potato to symbolize it, if that meant abundance to you, use a potato. That's really what we're doing here. Okay, so usually you would use a candle. Right, now I know this is a black one, but it just happens to be one that I've got with us. If you've got all the time in the world, you know, you might as well do a big spell with a nice big chunky candle like that. This is gonna burn for a good few hours, folks. Lovely for long rituals and whatnot. However, most of us don't have all the time in the world, so you try and do these things in, you know, an hour or so, or shorter than that. You want things to just. We live in a fast-paced world, guys. We've got to get things done. Now I know that's not really how magic is supposed to work. People like to take a lot of time over what they do, but let's get real. We need to get stuff done, and we need to get it done rapid. Okay, so what I would advise is you can actually pick up specific spell casting candles. Now this one's made out of beeswax, and I'll put the links down there as to where I got them from. Really, they don't cost very much at all. You can pick them up on Amazon. Because the beeswax, they'll burn really quickly, so you can you know, let it go, and it would burn throughout really quickly within the hour. That's if you like to have your candles burning all the way down to symbolise the completion of your ritual. Not everyone really cares too much about that. Again, this is down to your own personal preference and style. Okay, so now bear in mind that we're trying to program our mind, program our subconscious into thinking about this one intention, this one thought of, in this instance, money coming to us, abundance coming to us, the acceptance that the money is already on its way to us, letting down the barriers, the walls that are around us. I am accepting this money coming to me. There's no barrier, my conscious isn't going, no. It's almost like how hypnosis works, guys. So when you're hypnotized, you're effectively bypassing the conscious mind and programming the subconscious mind into suggesting that something is going to happen. Now when you bypass your conscious mind can't say, well, no, it's not. When you get rid of that, when you take that out of the equation, your conscious mind will just repeat whatever you tell it. So in this instance, we're going to program it to be accepting that the cash money is coming to you, a new job is coming to you, a new business is coming to you, whatever you want is coming to you. Now this is the basis of this kind of casting session that we're doing here. Okay, so working with different methods of programming the mind then. You've got your green candle. Green symbolises wealth, money, etc, etc. Now we're going to work with the other senses. So what I like to do, and this is again is commonly used, is we've got some peppermint oil. Okay, now peppermint oil, it's a very pungent smell. You can't mistake it. If you've used this kind of oil for other various money magic castings, if you've used this oil for various other similar workings like this, you're automatically going to associate the smell with abundance and income. So by all means use the same scents, use the same oils if you've already successfully used it in a previous working, because whether you like it or not, your subconscious mind is going to associate that with the intention that you're trying to put out, and that's exactly what we need to be doing. So you'd simply get the candle and you would anoint it with the peppermint oil. Just a few drops, it's all that's required, just to get the candle smelling exactly how you need it to be. So you're working with the aromatherapy. Already my subconscious brain is, the cogs are going, it's thinking, oh, there's that smell, I've smelled that before, and it's already putting out the intention. All scented up, all your senses are firing. You want to be etching onto the candle either the specific amount that you're hoping to attract, or the symbol of the currency that you want to attract. You can be as specific as you want. So for example, I would etch the pound sign onto the candle. Since I'm in the UK, that's the currency that I use. That's what I'd be wanting to attract. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, secondly, you want to be writing out your petition of intent. So this is another way to specifically have it in front of you what exactly it is that you're trying to attract. Now you know already in your mind what you're trying to attract, but the simple act of having it written down on a petition on a piece of paper, and then, itself helps to get your mind focused and working exactly where you need it to be, guys. Okay, now you can either write out the petition. Now you want to be writing this out in a positive language. You don't want to be writing it out in the way of, I need £1,000, for example, because if you put that out, that's what you're going to get back. You're only going to get back the intention of, I need £1,000. So let's try more positive language, like I am open to accepting £1,000 into my life now. I am open to the idea that this money is already trying to get to me. I am open and I am allowing the money to get to me. I am ready to accept the £1,000 now. Something like that. Okay, you get the general idea, but you've got to keep the language positive, because you've got to be very specific with what you put out. You've got to think you're imprinting your specific intentions onto the universe, because for that to be projected onto your experience that you're having here. So if you're not very specific, you're going to get something that you really have already had too much of. Okay, so you know the money's coming here, you're now accepting the money's coming here, you can't wait for the money to come to you, you're invoking the emotions of what it would feel like to have the money in your hand. You know what I'm talking about. So again, sticking with the aroma theme, what we would normally do is have some kind of incense on the go. Now, this is again a very useful tool when we're doing this kind of work, for the same reason that we use the peppermint oil. If you're using the similar incense or the same incense that you might have used in previous workings and they were successful, again, your brain is going to associate that smell with this is going to be another successful working. You see where we're going with this? So all of these little things that are together, they're all conglomerated together, and they're all ready before you've even really started the ritual, is your brain's already putting out the acceptance of abundance and the fact that it's open to this when you come to you. This is all it is. It isn't rocket science, it's just a matter of putting all the bits in, joining the dots, slotting the blocks into the right squares. I was going to say circles there. And it just works. This is just how it works. You know, it's just the way it is. Now the reason that I do this is, again, because the act of writing out your intention, the act of creating a sigil or a symbol based on that intention, all the way through doing that, it's imprinting and it's reprogramming your subconscious into putting out exactly what you want. Now the way that you would do a chaos magic style sigil, it's very commonly practiced. You would write out your statement, which you've already got here. You would remove the vowels and remove the repetition of the letters, and then out of that you could create a symbol that means exactly what you want it to mean. Now whether you like it or not, every time you glance at that symbol, even if you've forgotten what it means, your subconscious will always know what it is, and it will be programming itself and putting out the intention that it needs. Okay, right then. Now that's where a lot of people, most people would probably stop, i.e. they would have the candles burning, they would be meditating, they would be in that genosis state, thinking about the intention, they've got all the smells going, and they would normally burn the petition, or the sigilized petition that they've got there, or whatever, you know. You could even use other symbols that you might associate with wealth, so like a tarot card, something like, you know, the pentacles, if that's got some kind of association with wealth and abundance for you. This is all going to work. It's all working for the same common good, and it really works. It's really effective, guys. Okay, so what I like to do is, once we've got all of that set up, since I like to work with the friendly spirits that we've got to know, in the interest of cash money, we would work with my friend King Clanek. Now we've been working with King Clanek for quite a long time now. Now how we would do this, and I would only really advise to do this, guys, if you've already made contact with the spirits, you know, if you've already got kind of a good relationship with them. I wouldn't just go asking for this, that and the other without making them well aware of what your intentions are, and most importantly with this guy, what you're willing to do to get it done. He's not a genie, he's not just going to give you money. You've got to show him your plan, show him how you're going to get it. So this is King Clanek, a simple sigil just like that. So this is, put it the right way around, sorry. That's so we just have that down. Now that symbol itself, that's his sigil. I would use that to meditate on while I've got everything else going. I would also have his, I would also repeat his N. Well, hey, we're back again. Slight technical hitch. Barry went dead. I know, absolute amateur. I thought it was fully charged, but it wasn't. So we're back now anyway. The lights are a little bit probably different now, just because it's later on in the day and I haven't got the natural lighting. Whatever, doesn't matter. So just to continue where I left off before, so we were just talking about, we've got all the magic set up, and then we were going to invoke our friend King Clanek to help us with the rest of the ritual. So what we would do, and where I got before then, is so you would be meditating on your sigil of your desired spirit. You will be in the state that you need to be in, very relaxed, trying to feel the energy of the incoming spirit that you're trying to get. What you're trying to do is you're trying to match your frequency to that of the spirit, demon, spirit guide, the ancient god, whatever you care to call them, it matters not. And And then we're going to do this by repeating their N X amount of times. Some people like to do it 108 times. I just like to do it for as long as it takes to start feeling the energy coming through. Okay, now if you've done this kind of work before, you'll know exactly what it's like, and you know exactly when things are starting to take shape and you're getting the desired effect that you need. So in this case, King Clonek's N is Avalon Essen Clonek Kiar. I'll probably write that on the screen so you can write it down and use it yourself. Repeat it. For me personally, it's 5-10 minutes, and then I start to feel the actual physiological responses from it. Everybody's different, guys, so just work with it and get back what you manage to get back from it. Everybody's different. There's no real specific right or wrong way to do this stuff. There's just the tried and tested methods that many people have done over the eons, and then there's people like me who maybe tweak bits and bobs, grab bits from all kinds of different traditions and styles, puts them all together and creates like a hybrid of them all, of all the best parts. It's like the Jeet Kune Do of magic, guys. You know, I grab all the best bits of this martial art, all the best bits of this martial arts, put it all together, and then we'll create, you know, one unified style. It's kind of what we're trying to do here, really, one kind of unified style. But once again, do what you do. This is just to give you the ideas to spice yours up, you know, put it in a different direction, give it another way to give you a little bit of extra momentum to your magic. Okay, so you've meditated on your demon, the energy's there, you're in the zone, you make the demon aware of your petition of intent that you have there, or the sigil that you've done. Then it becomes the point where you can burn your petition just like you would in the previous working if you were just doing the normal traditional candle magic style. But once that's done, what I like to do, and this is not essential, guys, this is just what I like to do, is I'll sit there for a further 10 minutes or so and just meditate and just feel the residual energy and just project the gratitude that I've got for the spirit coming in to help me with my work. Okay, not essential, but I would advise it because it's always nice to say thank you, is it not? Okay, and that is pretty much it. That's how I like to do these kind of workings. Other workings are a little bit different, but when it comes to cash money, it's quite a basic ritual. Again, no fluff, there's no grandiose theatrics, anything like that. We're keeping it nice and simple and realistic for the modern age, with a little bit of classic twist in there and the help of our handy spirits. So let me know what you think of this and let me know how this worked out for you. If you get anything good back, let me know. That would be fantastic to hear from you. Again, I'd love to hear what you're doing out there in YouTube land. It's all good, it all sits in, I know all of this, and it just helps to improve what we do. It really does. Great stuff. Right then, so nice and quick and simple, that's me away. I'll catch you guys next time.